This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of The World has ended. In the last episode, we messed around with our virtual head goggles just to see what they could do when we found out that the guy who's hired us, or a friend or whatever, is secretly a perverted man. To reward us for his actions, he knew what a teenage boy would want. Boobs and behinds. Well, unless the main character was gay, but in this instance he's not, so he fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker, and he also got to see his friends' major memories, the huge tracts of land. And, well, it's like they're peas in a pod in this case, which makes me feel a little dirty playing this, but we've got to go through so others won't have to suffer from this. So let's test this out some more, and hopefully some plot occurs at some point, but who knows. The request is unreasonable as always, but I no longer fear doing it. Thinking of the dream beyond this pain and embarrassment gives me all the motivation I need. And so the moment is about to start dancing. Wait, and so the moment I'm about to start dancing. No, for a second that sounded weird. What? What the hell? Awari-san, something's wrong. Well, but the W.O.R.L.D program is going haywire, but this has never happened before. Is the stress tests? Ah! With the sound of something shutting down, my vision turns completely black. Hey, Awari-san, I'm not seeing anything now. He doesn't respond. A few moments after I start to panic, my vision comes back. Why don't you just take off the helmet, dude? Whoa! What, someone upload another messed up program? Huh. Wait, someone had to be Awari-san. Oh, you're playing a joke, you fat son of a bitch. No, huh? What? What I see is Asakusa Roku, the box that lets you, have all your multiple programs saved together so you don't have to download each app. The exact same place I was at, but the surroundings have completely changed. The buildings at my side are destroyed and ruined. The crowds of people are gone, and I hear nothing but deafening silence. I have no idea what happened. With shaking legs, I take a few steps forward and see. Eh? What? What the hell? Wow, they're crucified. Okay, that's a little messed up. What's going on here? Okay, not quite crucified, but pretty close. Actually, weirdly enough, crucifixion was actually a common way to take care of criminals back in the day. Interesting side note. Well, not in Japan. Actually, did that happen in Japan? I think it did at one point when Christianity became a... Well, it might have happened before that, but there was a Christian wave back in the... I'm trying to remember what year it was when it had like a big wave. It was during the Warring States era, I believe. I don't remember the time with the years of it. It was like the 1200s, I think. Anyway, is that Yuno-san? The girl in a sailor uniform crucified to the side of a ruined building. Her blue hair is shaking in the wind. She isn't the only one either, whatever. Other people I know well are hanging up there. I know these people? I guess he does. I don't. And then one guy didn't even have his shoes. Monsters. Why did this happen? Wait, forget that. Just what is happening here? My brain can't keep up with the sight before me, so I'm just standing still in this warped city, completely dumbfounded. That's when I see something at the edge of my vision move. It's a girl. It's a girl. I can spell. No, clad in a pure, unsullied one piece. She looked directly at me. She's looking for the one piece. Looks like it's going to take 1,000 episodes to solve this mystery. I see desperation in her eyes. It's as if she's pleading or something. The girl doesn't feel quite real, and something seems to bear an air of mystery around her. I'm unable to look away. I mean, she's got BAPS, I guess. Strange enough, I'm not scared of her. Still, I'm uncertain about how I should handle this. So I just freeze in place. Red light, green light. She, however, silently starts speaking. Unless she just mouthed the words. Be careful. Eh? Be careful. The world is about to start. The world is about to... The world is around. It's here. It's... what are you talking about? You don't... The world is about to start. Wait. My vision is overcome by black again, and the girl is reduced to nothing but an afterimage. Totally freaking out right now. Be careful. The world is about to change. Or still your... Chapter 1. Our world is overflowed. Change the world! Well, that, I was wondering when they were going to do the anime intro or whatever, because usually games like this have this at the beginning. It just took a hot minute, so... Anyway, I was about to say before that happened, I was about to say something, but then that came in. I was like, I was about to say maybe when I first hear someone's audio that we've never come across, I'll probably let them talk for the first sentence or two, but then go back to talking over it. Maybe we'll see. But wow, that little anime intro showed a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. All in visual novel format, of course. Reiji-kun. Oh, were we having a dream? Huh? Yuna-san. What's wrong? Are you alright? I came back to the senses. I come back to the senses. Wow, for a visual novel, you would think English, or you think translation and proofreading would be top priority. I mean, okay, that's not super bad, but come on, man. And see, I come back to the senses and see Yuna-san staring at my face. Okay. It didn't click when I did something for some reason. Wasn't she hanging on the building just now? My mind starts working again. Forget me. What about you? Didn't you just have something bad happen to you? Huh? Something bad? But I'm fine. She vigorously moves her arms to show there's nothing wrong with her. It doesn't look like she's forcing it. Perhaps she should do some more jumping jacks just to make sure she's okay. If that's the case, I see what's going on here. I heave a sigh. That's what's just image data you prepared, wasn't it, Wari-san? I already experienced enough to tell that the W.O.R.L.D program makes displaying things that aren't real into a real piece of cake. Yum. It was just some more AR, right? Honestly, I'm really impressed. Asakusa became a mess. Yuna-san and the others were crucified on the building. It felt like the world suddenly ended. You know, that guy sounds like a pervert and everything. I don't think he would ever do anything like that, so it's obvious that he wasn't a part of that. Hold up, Reiji-kun. What are you even talking about? Wari-san sounds puzzled. I don't have any data like that. Sure you just didn't see a daydream? Wari-san is an extreme pervert, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got arrested one of these days, but I already know him well enough to tell that he's no liar. Then what was going on with Asakusa right now? Reiji-kun, maybe he really did overheat. Maybe he did. See, yeah, you were wearing the NWG all this time, and it probably took a toll on your consciousness. You're such an asshole loser. No. But a daydream where Yuna's crucified, eh? Oh, what's wrong, boys? But a daydream where Yuna's crucified, eh? I really didn't expect you to have a thing for bondage. I should have been impressed. BDSM, man. It's a thing. Hold on now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not like that. Don't be shy, boy. No need to deny it. You know what they say about dreams? They give you a glimpse of what's deep inside your heart. He clearly was just messing with me now. I feel like talking back will only encourage him, so I decided to change the subject. By the way, what's the reason behind the program becoming all weird? Don't know. Can't tell until I take a better look at it. It looks like it went haywire and crashed. But it's theoretically impossible for my program to go out of control. Whatever the case here, it doesn't look like we can continue the NWD street treat experiment. Just head back to base now. Don't expect to escape the burning hell outside, though. Actually, time recording, it's the same like that in the States, too. I've heard a lot of places are suffering major overheat. That's not a good sign for the future, if that's the case. A worrisome ends the call. A bit disappointed that I wouldn't be getting the second reward. I take off the New World goggles, the NWG. Sounds like a Wrestling Federation thing. It makes me feel freed. The pleasant wind on my face feels chilly in spite of the searing sunlight. Experiment's over. Good work. Oh yeah, you too. What'd she do? I'm overcome by even more disappointment that I didn't see the second reward. Man, what's wrong with me? Well, you are a teenage boy. You just have to learn to curb your horniness to an extent. Go. Merge. Or do not merge with your horniness. Leave it to the side. Anyway. Yeah, Sekai-san said to come back to the base, right? Let's go! The moment we start walking, I hear some cheerful music come from a waste area. Her private parts are talking! Run! Flee! I was going to say something more crude, but I try not to even go that crude sometimes. Oh, just a sec. She walks a few steps away, takes her smartphone out of the panda-like pouch hanging at her side, and places it against her ear. Hello? Hello. Sis, what is it? After a brief talk, Yuta-san ends the call and looks at me with a guilty expression. So the panda thing is a pouch, should have known that. Oh, now that I see it, actually is a pouch. Sorry, Reiji-kun, I can't go back to the base with you. I need to go see Sis. Ah, I see. Don't worry about me. I'll go back on my own. Thanks. See you later. Yuta-san waves her hand and leaves. Watching her walk away makes me somewhat sad. Walk her away, but she's probably showing you one of her best assets, dude. Wait, now that I think about it, why is she wearing a school uniform on Sunday? I'm a bit curious, but I decide not to overthink it. In Judgment 7, mysteries like this are nothing to rack your brain over. There's just no point in that. I don't know, maybe she has a schoolgirl fetish. Or she really likes the outfit, I don't know. Aren't there people like that in real life who will still wear their schoolgirl or school outfits, even on casual days, because of reasons? With the weird helmet NWG under my arm, I make my way back to the office. I naturally start to think about what I saw. Asakusa in ruins. What was that anyway? Is Owari-san right? Did I really just see a daydream? Maybe I was so blinded and hyped by the reward that I didn't even notice myself getting a heat stroke. I've gotten a heat stroke myself too. It is not a fun instance. Be careful, the world is about to start. The mysterious words the girl left me with are stuck in my head. But I guess I won't figure anything out by just thinking about it. Isn't that how you figure it out? Unisan's right. I overheated, got a heat stroke, and started seeing and hearing things. That has to be it. As I try to convince myself, I walk through the familiar town of Asakusa. Where is Asakusa in Japan? I don't know. Probably a quick Google search would tell me, but I'm not going to do that. Judgment 7 office, 7/16/2017, Sunday, p.m., 3:18. Sewer surfing, Big Apple, 3 a.m. After leaving the Asakusa Roku and passing the Hisago shopping street, I turn at a few street corners and arrive at a certain building. It's old looking, thin, has 3 floors, and it's the Judgment 7 office. Now the name Judgment 7 might sound like the name of a hero group from some old manga, but let me assure you, it's nothing like that. It's actually a game development company, and its entire building belongs to it. Actually, I'm not surprised. J7 is no doubt one of the smaller game dev companies in the world. What about the guys who do it with one man, and that's it, in their house? Yeah, don't give me that. Even when you see, who's the guy who made Cave Story? That was one dude who did it all by himself. It took him like 5 years, but he made it. And that game's actually not bad. You should check it out. Even when you include me and Unison, the part-time workers, the total is just 7. What happens when someone quits or dies, though? Ah, didn't think about that, did you? I started working here and became part of the team about 1 month ago. I doubt you get paid very much for this. As a college student who thought of becoming a game designer, I was very happy at first. Let me guess, you're not getting paid at all or very little. But then I was given a bitter taste of how harsh the industry, or rather just J7 really is. The gaming industry is harsh, dude. I've heard some horror stories. Crunch, anyone? First of all, the work hours are just insane. When game development takes off, you can barely sleep, bathe, or eat, and it's common to actually spend the night in the office. Now, I hate to think what it's like in Japan, where people just are, it seems like you're expected to work like 60, 70 hours a week. Oof. I don't even want to think about working that much time. And probably not even get paid overtime. Anyway, and worst of all, the pay we part-timers get is seriously low. Like so low that I'm actually afraid to calculate my hourly pay. Lastly, the members are all extremely quirky, and putting up with their oftentimes absurd tasks can be really taxing. My role in the company, by the way, is AD. And no, despite what you expect, that doesn't stand for assistant director, but assisting director. It basically means I'm in charge of whatever odd jobs the others may give me. Anyway, I'm back at the office. I'd like to get some rest now, but honestly, my hopes are low. I sigh and enter the building. So you're the intern for the most part. Judgment 7 office dev room, 7/16/2017, 73:21 p.m. I make my way to the second floor and open the door to the dev room, where I'm welcomed by a wave of hot air. That instantly reminds me of what Iwari-san said about the air conditioner. Yeah, this is definitely a burning hell. It's also humid and making it feel like a weak sauna. The dev room is split into 2, the development space at the front and the conference space further in. The office supplies here are all secondhand, making the whole place look and feel really messy. Yeah, I can see a few things on the wall. They probably had to hold off on putting like copyrighted stuff in the background. But with Japan, any of this stuff could technically be copyrighted without them realizing it. There's even a desk that looks like it's from an elementary school. Whose is it anyway? Whose line is it anyway? 2 men are looking at their PC screens with frenzied expressions, and I'm not sure if it's because of the boiling heat. I don't know why, but the air feels tense. So, do I want to do my fat man voice or do I want to do my nerd voice? Thus returns number 0. I thought about doing my nerd voice for him, but why is he wearing a cross? He's probably, he looks like a hipster or a music aficionado. The man making the edge of his sunglasses flashes Aruka-san. His official name is Aruka number 2. Of course, it's not his real name. He calls it his soul name, but it's basically a developer name. Aruka is Japanese for dolphin. Why he went with that and why the number 2, I have no idea, and I feel like I never will. Who does number 2 work for? He's obviously a member of Judgment 7. His role is planner and scenario writer and scripter. What's wrong? Trying to get my fat. What's wrong, number 0? You look as confused as a normal college student who slipped into the otherworld Novart. I don't know if I want to do that voice. I'm not going to be very consistent with that, especially since I'm bad about getting trying to do fat cheeks mode or something like that. Well, we'll see. Apparently number 0 refers to me. What he calls people seem completely arbitrary, making him really hard to understand. It's so bad that some of the members just outright ignore it whenever he does that. Someone should really give him a table to help him remember the nicknames he gave us. In fact, he's in charge of the settings of the company's games, so he should make one himself. What is it, Hero? Is your consciousness still bound to the realms of Asher? Do you need a rite or soul binding? He calls me a weird name again, and adds a strong dose of his incomprehensible nonsense. Man, this is annoying. Whoa there. My consciousness has been bound to this world for 18 years now, so don't you worry. Oh, we're 18. Of course we are. You just gotta be legal, so when he's staring at girls, it's okay. And who are you calling 0? Please don't give me such embarrassing names. Everyone has 2 names. One is the word name written in God's plan, and the other is the name that sensed them before they were born. The one etched to their souls. What happened in the names our parents gave us? Whoa, what an appropriate comment. It's something a light novel protagonist would say. Blood is thicker than water, indeed. Now I'm making it sound like an old man now. What does blood have to do with this? My parents are normal salarymen and a housewife. You'll know everything. You'll know eventually. The time will come regardless of whether you resist or struggle. You're weird, dude. He makes the edge of his sunglasses flash again. I still don't really know how he does that. Anime, dude. Anime. Doesn't resist and struggle mean the same thing here? It's unavoidable. I guess. Right? No way. You're just saying whatever comes to mind, aren't you? Ugh. My words are probably really a divine revelation. There's no thinking. They're only feeling. Blah, feeling. Whoa. What's up with that? Ruka-san's voice responds throughout the dev room. The fact that he does this even when other people are trying to work is people describing him as the vocal man, but that doesn't seem to really bother him anyway. I figure there's no point talking to him anymore and face the other person here. Hello, Wari-san, I'm back. If he's acting like that now. I was kind of starting to give him a southern voice. Maybe I should stick with that. Or something like that. Ah, Reiji-kun, welcome back. Good work on the experiment. This man is Sekai Iwari-san. He's the one who's telling me what to do during the street experiment. He's also the founder and main representative of the game development company, Judgement 7. Man, he looks like such a slub. Are those like chips on his neck or something? Or are those like pimple, like, wart bandages? He works as the main program, and his skill at program is actually amazing. He specializes in creating ultra-perverted programs that no normal person can write. If you guys make games, why don't you just make adult games? You can probably make some money there. I hear that his incomprehensible code might or might not be used in the security programs of a major online shopping site. Of course, the W.O.R.L.D program that we experiment with also made by him entirely. Also, Sakai Awari isn't his real name, but the developer name he gave himself, which is kind of obvious, I guess. Speaking of which, my own name here, Reiji Gozen or Midnight, is also just a developer name Awari-san gave me by changing the reading of my real name, Reiji Masaki. Man, I really didn't expect the experiment to end there, and I was just getting to the good part. Oh well, just don't sweat it. And we'll continue it at some other time. I'll be putting up an even bigger show than you did today. Oh God, he's got the whole drool voice, and his eyes look like he's wanna get high. Bigger show than today. You're downright evil, aren't you? But wait, maybe I'll be able to bear it for the reward. Man, what a pathetic thought. That aside, sorry to tell you the moment you came back, but can you help us out? I need a hand or two. All right. You can almost hear the hesitation in my voice. Warrior-san is probably examining what caused the W.O.R.L.D program to fail and crash. If that's really the case, I can't help him at all. I'm a complete layman when it comes to programming, so I don't have any of the necessary knowledge. Well, that's an awkward answer. What's wrong? What is wrong with this? What were those visions we saw? Will we find the answer, or will we get more questions? Find out next time in the next episode, The W.O.R.L.D is Ended. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.